Okay, guys, we'll get started as soon as everybody joins. We'll give them a couple of minutes. And we'll begin again, and I will explain again about your story that you're writing this weekend. Okay, guys, just waiting for everybody to join. Still have people coming through the waiting room, have people spinning in the waiting room. Omar, you must turn on your mic to remain in the meeting. Why do I have two Omars in my meeting?
Because there is a stranger guy in this meeting.
Yeah, who this is.
Miss, دليل عمر is called عمر معتز with his picture يا مس. عمر الطويل is not
Okay,
عمر.
let me figure that out. Hello? Omar, the person who has Omar El Tawil, answer please. Okay. I'm going to remove you from our meeting. Omar, turn your mic on, please. Omar, your mic is off. Turn your mic on, please. Omar, if you don't turn your mic on, I'm going to remove you from the meeting. Okay, Omar, I'm going to take you out until you turn your mic on.
Hello?
Yes, you have to leave your microphone on. Do not turn your microphone off in the meeting. I've told you this many times before.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Hello, Tia. Hello, Tia. Can you answer me, Tia? Someone is playing around because Tia has been absent now for several days. Hello, Tia. Okay, I'll remove this person until you can answer. Guys, if you don't answer when I call on you, I'm going to remove you from the meeting. I'm not going to leave someone in to play around and disrupt us, okay? So when I call on you, if you don't answer, I'm going to remove you. So make sure you are paying attention and ready to answer when called on. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and explain again. We still have about 8 people missing, so I'm going to go ahead and explain again the story starter so you'll know what to write this weekend. Yes, Adito.
Should we write like how will we like help him or like just have a conversation?
I'm going to explain it now. I just told you I'm going to explain it. All right, so what you're going to write is a paragraph. Guys, mute your microphone. Mute your mic so I don't hear inside your house. Thank you. Okay, what you're going to write is a paragraph. Your paragraph must be at least 7 sentences. At least 7 sentences, okay? You're going to write a paragraph that is a conversation you might have with a dedicated athlete. Dedicated means you are loyal to something. Like you would do anything for this person. This person who is dedicated to his sports because he's an athlete. He loves to play sports. So he is dedicated to his sports. He loves his sports, who gets caught in quicksand. Now, quicksand is the sand that you step on, and when you step on it, you sink down inside. Okay? So you're going to write a conversation that you would have with this athlete when he gets caught in quicksand. Okay? It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be something fun to write. The lesson that we're going to take now is about writing dialogue. So it's going to help you write the conversation between you and this person. Okay? All right. When I call your name, please answer for roll. Mohammed, what's your question?
What books do we need for today?
Okay, can I finish the roll and I'll tell you what books? Just 1 second, okay?
Okay.
What do you need, Tahir?
Miss, what is the link for this?
There is no link. This is the
Okay.
only one that you're going to do.
Okay.
Okay, this is the only one that you can do. This is the one we are writing this week. Everybody in class will write this one. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, honey. And we will do it again next Thursday, and we'll get something different to write. Okay, remember your paragraph must be 7 sentences. Be creative, have fun. Let's make it something that we enjoy doing, okay? Tia, can you answer me, please? Tia, I need to hear your voice, otherwise I'm going to remove you from the meeting. Hello, Tia. Thank you, honey, for answering. Guys, when I call on you to answer, please answer. We have somebody playing around in our meeting. Okay, let's do the attendance now. Why do I have 4 hands up in the middle of attendance? Why do I have up 4 hands? Yes, Farah.
Miss Amanda, there is someone called Mustafa Sulaiman. He's saying bad words to me in private chat.
Thank you for telling me, honey.
Yep. I love you.
Farah, take a picture of that and send it to me, okay? I am removing him.
Missy keeps saying that to me too.
Okay, take a picture of it and send it to me. I have removed him. The problem is that he's going to try to keep entering under a different name. This is our only problem, but I have removed him. He's no longer in the meeting.
Yes,
Okay, I can't hear you all talk at once. You have to raise your hand.
where should I, okay, I will send it in Messenger.
Yes, you can send it to me on Messenger. That's good. Take a picture of what you said and send it to me on Messenger, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I sent it to you. Yes, I used to have something.
Okay, guys, can't hear you all at once. You have to raise your hand. Yes, Malik, what do you need? Malik, you have your hand up. Do you need to tell me something?
Miss, yesterday he did the same thing and we figured out it was Abdulhat because someone sent him the link of our class. And they keep making people in trouble and join with them.
Okay, well, you don't know for sure that it's Abdul Haq, so let's not say that until something is proven, okay? All right, Jemana, what would you like to say?
Miss Amanda, it happened the same to me, and
Okay, guys, we're not going to waste more time on this. If you have someone talking to you, you can take a picture of it and send it to me. And I will take it to Mr. Osama to see what we can do about it. Mr. Hatham can check the computer address to see who it is that is doing it, okay? All right, we're not gonna waste more time talking about this person who's causing us problems, okay? Farida, what do you need, honey?
he told me I sent you. I sent you everything.
Your voice is cutting out. I can't hear you, Farida. Your voice is cutting in and out. Okay, I'm gonna take attendance now, please, when I call your name. Let's see. Please, when I call your name, open your mic, say here. Leanne, I'm going to continue with the attendance. I'm not going to discuss this person any longer and allow them to cause us more trouble in our meeting, okay? All right. We can talk about this later. Right now we have work to do. All right, today's attendance, Abdurrahman Kareem.
Always here.
Here is good enough, honey. Just say here. Adito? Adito?
Here.
Okay, guys, please answer the first time I call your name. Basil?
Here.
Thank you. Basil?
Yes.
Thank you. Iyad Adil?
Here, Adil here.
Thank you. Iyad Tamer?
I'm here. Tamer is here.
Thank you. Hamza?
Here.
Thank you. Muaz?
Here.
Thank you. Muhammad?
Here.
Thank you. Mustafa? Mustafa? Okay. Omar?
Here.
Thank you. Tahir?
Here.
Thank you. Wahba?
Here.
Thank you. Yasin? Yasin? Okay. Yusuf? Yusuf?
Here.
Thank you. Guys, please answer the first time I call your name. Isol? Isol? Farah?
Here.
Thank you. Farida?
Here.
Thank you. Jada? Jada? Okay, Jumana?
Here.
Sorry, Jenna, I skipped you. Jenna?
Here.
Okay, Leanne? Leanne?
Here.
Melik?
Here.
Leela?
Here.
Thank you. Pilar?
Here.
Thank you. Reem?
Here.
Thank you. Ragmini?
Yes, Miss Amanda.
Thank you, honey. And Tia?
Here.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Let's get back quickly again, one more time. We're going to write 7 sentences in a paragraph form about a conversation you might have with a dedicated athlete who gets caught in quicksand. I can't wait to read what you write, okay? So this is our story starter for this week. 1 second while I save our first meeting. The meetings now, when we convert the meetings after we have the meetings, they take so long to convert for me to save the recording that I have to start the next meeting and name it after, because they don't allow us to convert it if we start and finish another one at the same time. They just fixed that for us. Okay, so we're going to now do grammar. You need your language arts textbook, your language arts practice book, and your language art, and your notebook. Language arts textbook, language arts practice book, and your notebook. Okay, the 3. All right, our lesson today is about punctuation in dialogue. So let's first talk about what is dialogue. What is dialogue? Who can tell me? What is dialogue? Raise your hand, please, if you can tell me what is dialogue. All right, Wahba, your hand was up first. What is dialogue?
It's the sentence. It's the sentences that a character says in a story.
Okay, so dialogue is conversation between two people. When we're talking about the story, it's the conversation of the characters. If we're talking about dialogue and we're talking about you and me, then we're talking about the conversation that we have between each other when we talk to each other, okay? So what we are having right now when I ask questions and you answer me back is dialogue, okay? All right. Let's take a look. Okay, hands down, please. We've answered the question. Um, I want to know, do you have any questions before I start this? Do you have any questions about subject and object pronouns?
No.
Anybody who does not understand subject and object pronouns? If you do not understand, please raise
No.
your hand. Do not yell out no across my class. Come on, guys. We're not babies. I will mute you now because you can't be trusted not to yell across the room. Okay? So if you have a question about subject or object pronouns, please raise your hand. Anybody who does not understand subject or object? Because both days we got cut off. We didn't finish as much as I wanted to finish. So I want to make sure you understand before we move on. No questions? Okay. All right, so we're going to talk about punctuation and dialogue. And as Wahba told us, dialogue is when there is conversation between two people or between characters in a story. Okay? Dialogue is the exact words spoken by the characters in the story. Exact words. Why do we say that? Because if I say, Mom told me to get her the keys, this is not dialogue. Dialogue is when the person is actually speaking, not when I talk about something someone said. So dialogue is the exact words spoken, the words that come out of a person's mouth, okay? We use quotation marks. We all know what quotation marks are. I'm going to open this in Paint so that I can write next to it for you. We all know what quotation marks are. Quotation marks are these little apostrophes floating high up in the air. Okay, those are our quotation marks. We use quotation marks at the beginning of what a person says, and we use quotation marks at the end of what a person says. Notice that the punctuation, if it's a period, a question mark, or an exclamation, notice that that comes inside the quotation mark. Okay, not the quotation mark and then the period. The period comes before the quotation mark. Okay, all right. All right, so we put the quotation mark before the first word he says. We put the quotation mark after the punctuation mark after the last word the person says. Yusuf said, "We're all excited about our trip." The words that came from Yusuf's mouth are, "We're excited about our trip." So we put quotation marks before "we're," and we put quotation marks after the period after trip. All right? We always begin our speaker's words with a capital letter. Whatever the speaker is saying always begins with a capital letter. Whether it's in the middle of the sentence, whether there's a part at the beginning and a part at the end, or whether it's at the beginning of the sentence. We always begin with a capital letter, always. Whatever a person is talking, it begins with a capital letter. Now, every time that a person starts to speak, a different person speaks, we start a new paragraph. Okay, so the paragraph says, "It's rainy today," complained Luke, because Luke is, sorry, because Luke is the person talking. When Kit starts talking, we start a new paragraph. Notice that when we start a new paragraph, we indent. Okay, every time we start a new paragraph, we indent. We move the writing over. See here how all the writing is in the same place? But when we start a new paragraph, we indent. Okay, we come over. All right? Okay. So let's recap quickly what we just said. When we write dialogue, we use quotation marks before the first word the person says and after the last word the person says. The punctuation mark goes inside the quotation mark. Whenever a person is speaking, we always begin with a capital letter. When it's in a story, when a person who's speaking is changing, when a new person speaks, we start a new paragraph. Okay? We don't keep it in the same paragraph. We start a new paragraph. So we would never say in a paragraph, "It's raining today," complained Luke. "The thunder made a loud noise. Let's work a puzzle," answered Kit. We would never put them in the same paragraph. They are separate. When two different people are talking, two different paragraphs, okay? Like I told you, when we do not use a direct quote, when we do not use the words that a person says, we do not use quotation marks. Only when a person is speaking. Look at the difference. He told us, "I can't go." The person actually said, "I can't go." So we put quotation marks around it because they are the words that came from his mouth. He told us that he can't go. This is not an example of dialogue because we are saying what the person said. He's not actually saying it. We're just telling you what he said. Okay? Any questions so far? No? Very good. All right. So let's take a look on this page. Let me see the page number for you. Page number right there. Can we see it? 350. Okay? Page 350. I want everybody to open to page 350. And we're going to do the guided practice together. Okay, page 350. I'll give you a second to open your books. Once you get the page, and if you would like to answer, you can raise your hand to answer. All right, Leanne, how about you let me read the example first. Susan asks, "Where is the corner puzzle piece?" Notice we add the quotation marks before the first word that Susan says, "where," and we also capitalize the W. Because remember, I told you, when a person is speaking, we always start with a capital letter. We add the quotation marks at the end because she has finished speaking. So quotation marks before where and after piece. Remember the question mark goes inside the quotation marks, okay? All right. Leanne, go ahead and read number 1 for us.
Okay. Here is a piece with clouds on it. Said Jane. We will capital the H in the beginning of the sentence and put the quotation marks on the beginning of the sentence, and after it we will put period and add the quotation mark.
Okay, let's take a look. All right, now notice that when we don't put a period if we're going to put "said Jamie" at the end. We put a comma, okay, because there's more coming after it. If it was at the end of the sentence, if it said "Jamie said," we would put a period after it and a comma after "said." So when it continues, see here, we have a comma, and here we have a comma, And here, oops, sorry. And also here we have a comma. When the sentence is not completed and we're going to say who is speaking after, we don't put a period, a question mark, or an exclamation. That comes at the end of the sentence. Okay? Only if we are doing a question or exclamation do we add it here. You either add a comma, a question mark, or an exclamation mark. Okay, let's go back down and take a look. Okay, everything correct except we don't put a period here. We leave the comma. Okay, so you add the quotation marks like you said. We capitalize the H in here like you said. And we add the quotation marks at the end, just like you said. Very good, honey. All right, number 2, please. Let's see. Ragmini.
Yes.
Number 2, please.
Luke said, we have almost finished the border. Luke said, the W should be capital. There should be quotation marks before V and after the period.
Very good. Okay, so we have quotation marks. Sorry, trying to find my cursor, it disappeared. We have quotation marks before we capitalize the W in the word we because it's the first word of what the person is saying. And we add quotation marks at the end. Very good. Thank you, Ragmini. Excellent job. All right. Mohammed, I want to see more people raising their hand.
Miss Herrera asked, are any pieces missing? Okay, so A should be capital from R, quotation mark to the end.
Okay, say that again. A should be capital.
Quotation marks from R to missing.
What do you mean from R to missing? Where should I put them?
Before R.
Okay.
And after missing.
After what?
Missing.
Should I put it after missing? What should I put it behind?
The question mark.
Excellent, okay. Remember, we always put the punctuation at the end of the sentence inside the quotations, okay? All right, so correct, we have quotation marks in front of R, capitalize the A in R, and quotation marks at the end after the question mark. Very good, thank you, Mohammed. Reem?
Yes. The puzzle is nearly.
Reem, you gotta raise your voice, honey.
The puzzle is nearly finished. Cried Luke. We will capitalize the T and put quotation marks from that to finish.
Okay. So we capitalize the T, quotation marks in front of the, and after the exclamation. After the exclamation, okay? After the exclamation, remember the mark goes inside the quotation mark, okay? All right, thank you, Reem. Abdurrahman?
Yes. Jane asked, where is the last piece? We should capitalize the W and add quotation marks, starting from where to piece.
Okay, guys, you can't say starting from and to. You have to say before and after, so we know where to put that.
Before where and after piece.
Okay. It's not after piece, it's after the question mark. Remember, the mark goes inside the quotation. Okay, before where, capitalize the W for where, and the quotation mark goes after the question mark. Remember, your punctuation goes inside the sentence, okay? Inside the quotation marks. All right, let's move on now and let's do a little bit more practice together. We're going to go in the practice workbook to page 71. Page 71 in the practice workbook, and we're going to do these together, okay? Thank you, Abdurrahman. All right, Hamza, do you have page 71?
Yes, Miss.
Okay,
Okay. I'll get it. I'll get that page. Okay. I have it.
okay. I'll read the directions while you find the page.
Okay.
Rewrite and correct each sentence that needs quotation marks and capital letters. If the sentence is correct, write correct on the line. So the first thing we're going to do is decide, is it correct or incorrect? If it's correct, we're going to write the word correct. If it's incorrect, we're going to correct the mistakes, okay? All right. First sentence, Hamza.
Yes. Okay. I'll answer the first sentence.
It's on the
There
board.
are
It's
so
on the
many
screen.
decisions to make.
Okay,
There are so many decisions to make. That said,
okay.
the quotation marks, we should put it before there and after make.
After make,
Yes.
not after make. After what?
After the comma.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, quotation marks before there and quotation marks after the comma. Remember, punctuation goes inside the quotation mark. All right, thank you, Hamza. Clara, number 2.
Yes. Let's look in magazines for ideas. Mom suggested before let's and after the comma.
Okay. Quotation marks before let's and after the comma. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. All right. Iyad Adil, number 3, please.
Hello.
Yes, Iyad, number 3, please.
Okay. The architect asked
Architect,
how do you like the plans I drew up? You make the we make first quotation marks. Miss,
I'm listening, honey.
we make first the quotation marks, and after that we write this look in the magazines for ideas.
Okay,
And
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to say that again for me because your voice is trailing off and I can't hear you. What's the first thing that you told me to do?
make a quotation mark
Where?
and up first the
Where do I put the quotation marks?
before first before the
What word? Tell me the word. What word do I put it in front of?
the
Not in front of the. The architect doesn't say from his mouth, the architect asked. We only focus around the three steps.
how
In front of how, yes, okay?
and then we have and do you yes and
Okay, your voice is
then
going away, honey. I can't hear you. You told me put quotation marks in front of how. What else?
Make on the right sentences, do you like the plants? You
Where do you want me to put the other quotation mark?
Miss,
Yeah.
we write the sentence and then uh, uh, after up we make quotation mark.
After up?
Yes.
Not after up. Look again. What do we do with punctuation? Punctuation goes where? We have a question mark here. What do we do? Where do we put the quotation mark?
After question mark.
After the question mark, correct. Okay, and what do I do to the word how?
Make the first letter capital.
That's right. So we have quotation marks before how, capital H for how, and quotation marks after the question mark, okay? Number 4. Yes.
Yes, Miss Amanda. My chilly room is going to be beautiful, said my mom.
Okay, what do I ask?
The family room is going.
Hello, yes, are you there?
Yes, yes.
Where do I put the quotation mark?
After the family room is going to be beautiful.
Where do you want me to write it?
After beautiful.
After beautiful?
Yes.
Okay. What do I do with that exclamation mark that I have?
Put it in the end.
Sorry?
I said put it in the end.
Put it in the end? Where do I put the quotation mark? Do I put it between the word beautiful and the exclamation mark?
No, said my mom.
What do you mean, said my mom?
No, first the exclamation mark in the start and then the one at the end.
Okay, there's a period at the end. There's an exclamation mark here. That's not 2 L's, that's an exclamation mark. Beautiful is spelled with 1 L. So this is an exclamation mark right here. This mark is an exclamation mark. So where do I put my quotation marks? Guys, we're going to run out of time again. Let's do this one together before we run out of time. Quotation marks before the, quotation marks after the exclamation mark, and we capitalize T. It probably is already capital. No, it's not. Capitalize T at the beginning. Okay, we're going to run out of time. It's going to end any second. Make sure you check Smart School for the weekend homework. We have spelling activity today. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful vacation. I will see you when we come back, okay? I'll try to catch your questions if we have time. Tahir, what's your question?
No, I wanted to answer.
Okay, Reem, what's your question?